Good morning, you beautiful souls. I just want to say to you this morning that I'm so much made aware this morning of the vibrational frequencies rising in tremendous octaves now as we are being lifted into that new earth. The vibrational frequencies are really ramping up now in the highest degrees. And it is not just the ramping up of the frequencies and vibrations on planetary levels as the old earth disintegrates more and more, but it's also that deep clearing in a deeper sense. It's almost like a purification in all levels now. And so much of the old will now be churned up or surface that needs to be released within yourself, but also in the collective of humanity. It is a time of great expansion. And as we move into the deeper octaves of living, and when I say deeper octaves of living, I'm meaning sound. Because what is being released are not only the light codes and the keys, but also the sound. There are many different octaves of sound now that are still inaudible to our normal hearing, which are being released, which are so beautiful. And these tones, these sounds will become audible to those who are sensitive. In other words, whose inner hearing is open, so that they can hear the clear hearing, the clear aspect of being able to pick up sounds which nobody else can. For instance, animals can pick up sounds that humans cannot take. And even elephants, they actually pick up the vibration of the earth so that they can actually feel what's underneath the earth through the vibrational frequencies. This has been proven when they actually tried to open up the elephant corridor, the ancient elephant paths again, between Zimbabwe and Zambia and Mozambique and those countries there, more sort of like a middle of Africa. They actually put cables down so that they could trace the movement of the elephants. And the elephants were so sensitive that they felt the vibration of the cables, that they dug them up. That shows you that our hearing has deteriorated in a lot of ways when we fell into the 3D. I remember that my father always told me that the old Zulus, the ones that he grew up with, they could still put their ears to the ground and they could know exactly where horsemen were. In other words, if horsemen, they could actually determine how many kilometers away horsemen were, whether it was one horse or whether there's more horses than one, and how many riders there were, even the age of the riders. The ancient indigenous tribe had actually had those abilities because they were very much tuned into Mother Earth. It's just like they could follow the spoor of an animal in greater degrees than we can even do now. And for instance, they had the abilities of tuning into nature so that they could read nature in a way that we have lost. But all of this is now returning. And it is not only in returning in that the animals are now communicating more and more with the people that are open to communicate with them, as I have done with the lions and the elephants. And I know there's so many people now working with the trees. I have a friend that works with the baobabs here in Africa, and she is busy mapping them out. Because they were not just put there by accident, they are there by great design. Once we understand the intricacies of creation in its most beautiful forms, we will regain respect for it. We will not hurt anything, we will not harm anything, because we understand that we are all living beings and all creations is us. That's what these frequencies and vibrations are returning to us. They are returning the higher consciousness state. They're returning the higher awareness of oneness and unity. To understand that in truth there is no separation, there is only one. And it's the power of love. You know, I'm feeling how these sound, because sound is the first sound of creation. Sound created the first creation. If you read in the Bible, it says in the beginning it was the Word, and the Word was God. And God was the Word. That actually means the Word was sound. And then came light. And that is exactly where we lifted into those octaves of sound and into that higher octave of being, of existing. And that is why all this old stuff has got to be released. You know, if you put washing in the washing machine, what does it do? It actually spins out all the dirt. That's where we are in, because this energy that's now being released is that. It's a telluric energy field. So in other words, it's spinning out all the old muck, all the old structures, all the old forms which no longer serve us. It can feel jolly uncomfortable at times to be in this tumble dryer or even in the washing machine of what is now happening. But it is the only way that we evolve. It's so beautiful because I have been connecting with the Seraphim for a few months now, but in a deeper way than ever before. And I mean, I work with the angelic and the other realms every single day. But to me, that most beautiful Seraphim that's now coming to the fore is Seraphim Zaraphael. And he's bringing in the higher dimensional of state of the 12th dimensional. So he's a very, very powerful Seraphim. And he's always telling me that there is so much now that will be revealed, that will be shown as a higher knowledge is being returned. It's the deep knowledge that goes through the heart, through the power of love, so that we understand that all creation was created in love and through love. And when we start to incorporate that pure love into us, which is the essence of all existence, the essence of all being, we cannot be and do other than love. We cannot go and break ourselves down as we so often do. We cannot break other people down through our words, our actions, even our thoughts, because we know that what we do to others, we do to ourselves. And love in the core, in its truth, always is all-embracing. It is all there. It brings us always to the core truth that there is only love, that all else is illusion. And the octaves of sound and the octaves of light now, which are lifting us higher, not only into the 5th dimensional state, but the 7th. It's bringing us to the core truth that every cell in our body, every DNA strand, every atom, every electron, every molecule of our body, every subatomic particle is created to absorb the sound frequencies and vibrations. Every single one of those are so programmed that as the octaves of sound and light increase, their capacity to hold it increases. It means that we can now, through our spinal column, if that is absolutely cleared as I teach, we will be able to access the higher dimensional state and start incorporating that through our chakras. The spine is very, very important, but we have forgotten that. I have been working with the spine of the earth now since 2009. And I'm always astounded at the revelations that I have about the power that is within the spine. And our spine also reflects that of Mother Earth. And the new spine of Mother Earth is fully grounded in now, as well as the new Earth. And that is why we are finding so often that we are now challenged now to rise above everything else that's ever there. And it doesn't matter what is thrown to you about the old earth, it's disintegrating. We are now asked to really bring that power of love through us like a mighty pillar of light and love and sound, and to really anchor that in, so that it's firmly grounded through us into Mother Earth. And more than that, to live it. I am finding that more and more the light language and the sounds come through me. I'm often singing in the light language now. I'm hearing it. I am bringing it into form and being. I have so often in the last few years found myself on doing energy work, and the sound would just pour through me. It started at Montsegur, and then it went on to Delphi in Egypt, and Delphi and Egypt. And it's to me that is the deep awakening of what is happening now. So just become aware of sound again. It's good to sometimes just switch off your cell phone and switch off everything that's distracting and start hearing again, because even silence speaks. I had an incident this weekend where my cell phone, I blocked myself out of my own cell phone, and I was at first upset, but then I realized the blessing of it. I was listening in a way that I did not listen before, because a cell phone and all the electronics these days are really it's disconnecting us from the very essence of Mother Earth. Once your inner hearing starts to be activated again, you will understand that even the birds are proclaiming the new earth, that the animals are telling us they're ascending. I had immense conversations with the lions and the elephants when I was in the Kruger Park last year, and then I understood they already know what's happening. It's us that need to awake in higher degrees now. And the awakening is through the heart and the power of love. You are so loved. You are so held through these times. The legions of angels and archangels and Elohim and Elohim councils and the whole ascended hosts are there helping us. We even have a 12th dimensional masters now coming to the fore to assist us. Mary Magdalene is in a very immense way with all the other Marys, because Mary was always a title. It was never, ever a name. It was a title of a high priestess. And they are actually with the Divine Mother bringing in this beautiful, beautiful energy. And it is bringing the beautiful balance between the masculine and feminine in all ways. We are living in such an amazing time that we will understand that we are experiencing the miracle of a total new life that is not only birthed in the new earth, but is birthed here within us. And all of us is through the power of love. The best thing you can do is just call in Archangel Charmiel and Charity and the legions of angels of love to shower you with love. Once you start asking for this, you will find that love is everywhere, that love is omnipresent. We are so loved through all of this. And we knew this would happen before we were born. That's why we volunteered to be here on this planet at this time. May the angels shower you with love. May you feel the power of love into every single cell and atom, every electron and subatomic particle. May you feel it in your heart and your soul and the depths of your being. And may love be the wings that lift you higher than ever before. Those wings are strong that carry us, the wings on which we stand. And under the wings we find shelter, and under the wings we find love. We are carried into the highest, the oneness and unity of a sacred circle of life. God bless you.